What's up, guys? Jason Thompson here. Thank you so much, everybody who's joined the journey so far. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Speaking of that, I'm trying to stop overthinking uploading here. So start putting things out, see how it goes. Might start doing some podcast stuff. Who knows? But I wanted to share a personal story today about the first time that I was actually in fear of losing my job. I almost lost my job as a software engineer. It was probably about, 12 years ago. And I just graduated from college. I was probably only working for about a year or so. When you first hit the floor as a software engineer, you want to make an impact. You want to change how everything is happening. You want to be that guy who remaps everything. But that just isn't the case. It just really isn't. But I got a message. We didn't have Slack back then, but I got a message from a guy who was trying to work on some accounts. And he wanted to unlock these accounts for customers, and he was asking me, and he didn't know that I only been on the team for like 3 months or something. And he says, is there any way we can unlock these accounts? So what do? I think of whatever I've seen in the very little training that I had so far. And I say, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can unlock these accounts. And I run this procedure, and I told him to wait. I said, this should clear it up. And before I could go back to him and ask him if it had cleared up, I actually got a message from like a VP in my department. And it was at that moment that I knew that I had done something very, very wrong. Before I knew it, I started getting messages from VPs, department heads, my boss, even the guy in the cube next to me. He like peeks his eyes over his cube wall, and he's like, dude, Thompson, what'd you do? So I knew I had really, really screwed up, right? So turns out that this procedure that I ran was not supposed to be run during the day. There was too many system instabilities to run it during the day. It had to be run during a lower traffic time, right? But that wasn't really the worst of it. The worst part is that by running it during the day, it actually ended up killing service for like all of the customers we had at the time in Texas. I mean, it was huge. Like I really, really screwed up. And the only two things that saved my job that day was the fact that, number one, the software shouldn't have let this dumb kid press one button and kill service in Texas. So that really wasn't my fault. But secondly, the thing that probably saved my job was that when I was asked about it, I was honest. I was completely honest about everything that was happening, everything that I did, why I did it, when I did it. So the company at the time knew that it wasn't something malicious on my part. So I just wanted to share this story. It's one of the most memorable moments of my time as a software engineer. And it was such a valuable lesson. To this day, I'm an over-communicator. I ask questions, I warn people, and it's really helped me ever since. So if you're just starting out, remember, there are no stupid questions. Always be honest about the stuff you do, and don't press the button during the day. That's it for today, guys. Just wanted to share that quick personal story with you. Thanks so much for all those who have subscribed. I really appreciate y'all. If this is your first time here, hit subscribe, stick around. We're going to talk about some cool stuff on the channel, and I'll see you next time.